Okay, I just pulled into my apartment and I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like, watch this, just watch. Should we get a spoiler on Marlene's Camry? Say hello to my little friend. We are getting a spoiler, that is for sure. Tell her we're getting a spoiler. Ever notice that something that wasn't necessarily important to you before suddenly becomes so important once that thing directly impacts your life? The way that new parents can suddenly name every children's TV show on air when before they couldn't even figure out how to switch Netflix over to kids mode. Well, I'm no different. I'm no exception. I didn't know I would be part of a group so small that would be left out once a major medical breakthrough occurred, until that's exactly what happened to me. Now this video, I'll explain how I got my channel name, but more importantly, hopefully I'll make the public aware of people like me. When we break it down, we'll see that the channel name really chose itself. Let me tell you how. First, we have to talk about what causes cystic fibrosis. Do you remember doing Punnett squares in high school biology? Dominant versus recessive traits? Yes, cystic fibrosis is genetic. Therefore, you have to have two parents, both who are carriers of the CF gene, to have a chance at being born with CF. When you break it down, it's really as simple as DNA coding. A code with a specific set of instructions to perform a certain task within your body. In CF, the disease-causing mutations cut those instructions off at a certain spot in your code. And that has a different outcome on the severity of your CF. Doctors break it down into 6 classes. Class represents the spot of the error in your genetic coding. In general, the lower the number that represents your class, the more severe your CF symptoms will be. All that can get confusing. Think of it this way. Let's assign 6 steps to building your house. First, you dig the foundation. Second, you lay the concrete. Third, you frame it with 2x4s, and so on, until the last of the 6 steps being that you paint the walls in your favorite color. My mutations are class 1, the most severe. In terms of house construction, that would mean my crew never got word to dig the foundation, thus leaving me with the worst performing lung cells among other organ cells that cystic fibrosis can render. Let's do some math. How many people have cystic fibrosis? In the world, 70,000. Scientists say 10% of people who have cystic fibrosis have what they consider to be rare mutations. That comes out to be about 7,000 people worldwide who are like me. It's a pretty small number in a world of almost 8 billion. We'll come back to the numbers in a minute. So how does the cure work? And why did I just put cure in quotation marks? Well, it's an oral tablet taken daily. No, it's not a single dose or injection that takes away your cystic fibrosis. Put simply, it's the correction to the error made in your genetics that caused CF in the first place. Going back to home construction, it allows all 6 steps of construction in your DNA, quote unquote, to be completed as intended. In the clinical trials for the drug Trikafta, that's the name of the drug, patients showed an average increased lung function of 14%. To put that in perspective, whenever I get sick and admitted to the hospital, from sick to healthy, after the completed course of antibiotics is finished, I usually go up 8 to 10%. That's at my very best. We're talking 14%. It's important that we address the limitations of this drug. Like most drugs, it has side effects. Not the same side effects for everybody. There are other things to consider too. Did you take it on an empty stomach? Were you full? Is your body even absorbing the tablet you just took? What else? You have to take it every day for the rest of your life. It's extremely expensive, over $300,000 per year. You have to hope and pray that you'll have insurance for the rest of your life and that they're willing to pay for the drug. In America, we have the FDA, and they very quickly approve the drug for patient use. Not every country's FDA has approved the drug yet. How long will those patients have to wait before Trikafta is approved in their country? Here's what Trikafta doesn't fix: permanent organ damage. While most people on the drug with CF experienced a 14% increase in lung function, the damage that they sustained in the scar tissue is irreversible. What else? Patient non-compliance. If you have a teenager who's old enough to be responsible for taking their own medications but isn't compliant, CF is still going to take its course and the progression will continue. Because of all these things that I've mentioned, I use the word cure lightly. Yes, it's a miraculous drug, but we will continue to have the issues I mentioned to be mindful of. I'm part of the 10%, the final 10, who aren't cured of cystic fibrosis because a rare mutation has deemed that cure ineffective. To wrap this video up, I'll let you know what you can do to help out. First, like this video. That lets YouTube know to show this video to other people. Second, if you're watching this one on a different social media platform, please open up YouTube in another tab, search The Final 10, and subscribe to my channel for all the latest details regarding my CF journey, any news regarding better CF treatments for the people like me who don't have a miracle drug to rely on. Lastly, find a CF walk near you and participate in the event to show your support for CF research. Feel free to take a picture while you're there. Tag me in it. That's all I have for you guys today. With that, I'm Temptation with The Final 10, signing out. Is that a dab? Is that what that's called? It's probably not even a thing anymore. I get a bunch of flack for that.